Unresolved problem segment tonight, undermining Donald Trump before he even takes office. That's what Congressman John Lewis from Georgia is absolutely doing.
I believe in forgiveness. I believe in trying to work with people. It's going to be hard. It's going to be very difficult. I don't see this president-elect as a legitimate president.
You do not consider him a legitimate president. Why is that?
I think the Russians participated in having this man get elected.
Now, is that helpful? Is it? No, it's not. We respect Congressman Lewis, but he's dividing the country. By the way, he did that in 2001 as well. He didn't attend George W. Bush's inauguration and said that Mr. Bush wasn't a legitimate president because of the recount. It was now here in New York City, Dana Perino, host of the 5. So 31 Democrats, including Mr. Lewis, are going to boycott the inauguration. Good. I mean, I don't even care about these people. There they are, all radical leftists. But you had an interesting observation about why they're doing it.
Well, if you look at all of these Democrats, they're almost all in very safe seats. So they pay no political price for not going to the inauguration. In fact, they will probably get very good public relations and hits on their websites and social media in their districts by their constituents praising them for taking this tough stand of not going to the inauguration.
Yeah, I mean, one of them
they pay no price.
Is Congressman Lacey Clay, who's the guy who put up the drawing about the police as the pig. Another one, Maxine Waters. She didn't go to W's inauguration either. And, you know, just these people, are in Congress because their districts are, for whatever reason, crazy left. And there's some crazy right districts, too.
Absolutely. And I also think that if you look, 31 is really not that big a number.
No, not a big number.
Because there are progressive Democrats that are going to attend the inauguration out of a sense of duty. Now, a lot of times, like, think about Republicans who go to President Obama's State of the Union. They're not sitting there because they are going to cheer the message, but they go because democracy is a participatory sport.
Yeah, well, you know, the guy Wilson yelled out liar that one time. That was terrible, and he hurt his own cause by doing it.
He paid a price for that.
He did. But right now, we're celebrating, as Charles and I just discussed, the peaceful transition of power ever since George Washington. One of the things that Washington was most adamant about. And these people can't participate in the peaceful transition of power. They can't do it. That's, to me, insulting.
Well, the two most prominent, maybe most popular Democrats are actually going to be there and on stage with Donald Trump. They will be sitting there witnessing it, and that's President Obama and Hillary Clinton. They are both going to be there. So, again, do you think they really want to go? Probably not. Well, especially Hillary Clinton.
I think Bill wants to go. Bill Clinton wants to go.
Jimmy Carter was the first to say, "I'll be there."
Is President Carter coming?
Yes, they're all going to be there.
I heard his health was not there, so
except for George H.W. Bush is not going.
Right, he can't be. But you know, the presidents will be there because this is the tradition of the presidents.
It's one of my favorite things in January of 2009 when George W. Bush invited all the former living presidents to the White House to meet President-elect Obama. They had a lunch, and then they all stood in front of the Resolute desk. And it was one of my favorite pictures, and I thought, it's just amazing how we show the world over and over again the kind of country that we are.
And we want robust debate. We want, as I said, loyal opposition. But loyal is the key word. Were you there in that meeting with all the presidents?
I got to go in for the photo op. I saw the reporters going in, and I was with Robert Gibbs in the press secretary's office going through transition stuff, and I said, we can go to this meeting. So we tucked in behind and stood by the grandfather clock, and it really is one of my favorite moments.
Were they all talking to one another?
Yeah, well, they had all had the lunch, and then they were standing there for their photo op.
Right. Were they like joshing each other?
A little bit, yeah. And you think about all the things that Carter had said about all of them, the things that Bill Clinton had said about George H.W. Bush, the things that Obama had said about 43, things 43 had said about Clinton. All of those things had gone away by that moment.
And Clinton and Bush the elder became good friends.
They're all pretty good friends, actually.
Yeah, they all get along, and
I hope it continues.
That was a high point, and the only one who boycotted was, and this is when W took over after the dispute and the Supreme Court made it, Lewis, same guy doing it now, Maxine Waters, and a guy named Donald Payne who's no longer in office. I don't believe. So anyway, thank you for the insight. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And there is plenty more ahead as the factor moves along this evening.